Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about coaching and what type of coaches you have to be careful not to sign up with. And again, this video is not against coaching, it's not against certain coaches in general. It's just basically highlighting certain patterns that you need to know so you can make a decision before you sign up for an expensive coaching like yearly membership or monthly membership over a certain amount of time. First, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I run my own dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Harvey Bay in Queensland. And I took it from 1 chair to 10 chairs, from 3 staff members to close to 40 staff members over the course of 15 years. And you can check my details below for credibility. So let's say you are an associate dentist or a practice owner, or could be any other things in any other profession in life, not just dentistry, but because I'm doing videos about dentistry, I'm relating it more to dentistry. And you decided that, it's about time now I want to improve my life, I want to improve my career, and I want to look at some of the famous popular dental or outside dental coaches in general. And you see some really nice advertisement on social media, and you click and you're slowly getting into reading about this coach. So what are the things to watch for that can probably, you might not end up benefiting you a lot in the long run? Those type of coaches that their main interest is getting you to sign up in a membership over a certain amount of months without giving you real values will tend to first have loss leader campaigns. Also good coaches do that, so not generalized. Loss leader campaigns, which they will offer a free seminar, a free webinar, 2-hour webinar, or a 1-day, very low cost kind of like training or coaching to see this coach. Could be like a few $100, maximum $400 or something like that. And it's too cheap to say no. So they give you an offer that you'll feel stupid to reject. And you get curious and say, you know what, it's free or it's really minimal cost. I will just go to the course. So loss leader campaign number 1, very cheap entry point. You get to the course, let's say it's a 1-day seminar. This 1-day seminar is designed in a way with one objective in mind, is for you to sign up on the day a contract for 12 months, 24 months, coaching deal, can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. So everything is designed not randomly, but by careful design to make sure you sign up at the end of the day, or certain number of percentage of people on that course sign up on the day. So one of the tricks or one of the tools they will use is, number 1, similar to famous singers or musicians or stand-up comedians, usually before they get into the stage, they build a lot of anticipation. And through building this anticipation, they'll have another performer that's less talented than them to perform first. A singer who doesn't have a big name, or a comedian who's just starting up. So when they appear on the stage, this anticipation will make you craving to see them just on the stage. So usually they will have their assistant or someone in their team just doing the first hour of the session, maybe the first half an hour, just explaining how the day will go, explaining a bit of background, how long they've been working with this coach for, how this coach has changed their lives first, and they coach them first, that's why they're working with their team. Just building a bit of anticipation. So when the coach come on stage, wow, like you're waiting for this moment. It's a great moment. So they will use this tactic very well. The first probably an hour or two, there is a lot of name dropping. They will use names. If it's in dentistry, they will use maybe they coach some big dental names and they got their marketing rights to use their names, so they will use their story, how they helped dentists 1 to 3 take their practice from $1 million to X numbers of $1 million. They took this associate dentist who was miserable in their life and very close to ending their career, maybe ending their life, and how they changed their life around, and now they're making millions of dollars and living this lavish life. Maybe they will have some video testimonials. So they will build a little bit of kind of like credibility through that initially. And some of the reviews could be, of course, real. And if you know from my other videos, usually when they have those success stories with other practices or other dentists, remember, it's only one factor. Usually when someone decides to improve everything in their life, they do multiple things. But sometimes they just choose one thing to say, this one thing is the one that made me make this X amount of dollars. So it could be they got a coach, but they also, by default, they start to work more hours, they start to sleep early, wake up early, they're more focused, they have better communication skills, they start to work out, they start to eat healthier. There's a lot of factors that contributed to their success. But of course, the coach will tend to make sure they cling into this one line that this coaching has changed their clients' lives. So as we said, the whole day is tailored and custom made to make sure you sign up for a coaching deal. One of the tricks that they will use from my memory is they will preempt people who have a bit skeptical in their thought process. So for example, let's say it's a group of 50 people, 50 dentists or 50 other professionals in a hall, in a session. So usually they will try to preempt and ask, who's skeptical about this way or my way of coaching, or that coaching can improve your life? Who has a bit of doubt? And usually someone will raise their hand. You look, I think this is a scam, this is not going to work. They might have a certain concern they want to share. The coach will be very well trained on answering those questions really well. Not just answer them, they will be trained to answer them and slightly embarrass the person who asks and make them look a little bit foolish. Why? Not just to demean them or make fun of them, it's simply because if this person is a bit skeptical and they raise their hand and they're vocal, the other 49 in the room could also be skeptical, but they're not brave enough to raise their hand. And if they make them feel a little bit foolish, a little bit stupid about asking this question, the 49 in the room will start to subconsciously question themselves. Oh, maybe I'm also stupid to ask those questions. And that's when they start to put their guard down a little bit so they can receive the information from the coach and believe everything the coach will say. One of the things that they will do as well is they will kind of like bring a lot of personal stories about themselves, how coaching has changed their lives themselves. They will have a lot of nice stories about how their life was going downhill. They lost their house, they lost their wives, they lost whatever, their practice, they lost whatever. Everything was just crashing down. They had a lot of painful stories in their upbringing as well, and then how coaching has changed their life, and that's why now they want to serve every other person and just coach everyone. And those stories can be very interesting. They are very charismatic in how they bring those stories up. The whole idea of the stories is to tell you that everyone can be coachable. And if the coaching doesn't work, usually there is maybe a problem with you that you don't apply those coaching techniques and you need to change your behavior towards coaching. So it's all priming you to accept that you have to be coached or you will get nowhere in life without coaching. One of the things that we tend to do as well is towards the end of the day, when everything starts getting boring, they will start to play a lot of video testimonials, a lot of success stories. But when they play those stories, they tend not to watch with you. They will make themselves look really busy. They will be on their phone, texting, calling, and they will like, oh, sorry, I got this Bitcoin investment that I have to check now, or whatever, this land I have to settle at the moment. They will make themselves look super successful, super busy, that every second of their time is gold, and you're so privileged to experience them on the stage. And one of the other tactics that they will use as well is they want to eventually, probably like, especially if everyone started getting bored towards the end of the day, is they will do a bit of live coaching sessions. They're very well trained, so they will pick one or two on the stage and say, hey, who would like to come up and be brave enough and share their experience? They will ask them some questions, the person will give them some answers. They are programmed really well, trained to answer those questions really well. So they will entertain the audience with a live kind of like coaching session, and the person who's getting coached on stage would be like wowed by their abilities of how they change the way they think and the way they talk and so on. Finally, at the end of the day, they will make it very clear that if you sign up today, there's a very exclusive, cheaper offer too. So let's say if their coaching session is like $5,000 a month and it's a contract over 12 months for, let's say, $60,000 a year, they will say, if you sign up today, it's 50% off. Not just that, I'm also going to give you access to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give you those free ebooks. I'm going to give you also access to my exclusive resort in somewhere. Whatever. So you just throw in they will stack a lot of free benefits only if you sign up today. And they will preempt that as well. Like, you might think I'm time pressuring you, but I'm not. I actually like to work with people who can make decisions on the day. Those decisive people are the people who can be best coach, and I work really best with them. Those who are hesitant on the fence, we don't tend to work really well together, and they don't end up being coached really well. So they make you feel good about yourself that you sign up today because you're so privilege. You're so better than everyone else that because I'm signing up on the day, I'm actually a decisive person. I'm very good in making decisions. I'm going to be coached. I'm going to be very successful. Sadly, I said some coaches can be very sincere and good and they'll give you a beautiful program during the 12 months, but some just are interested to sign you up and then the quality of coaching are very poor. And, and that can be sad if you're in that situation. My answer to you, what's like, I don't want to give you like a problem and then you don't have an answer. So what if you want to improve your life? Coaching is all right if you have the right coach. And the right coach usually, they might use some of those tactics, but not all of them. You won't feel so pressured and pushed to sign. A word of mouth is okay, but okay, it's very subjective. Everyone experiences difference. I believe a lot in mentorship more than coaching. The difference is mentorship. So let's say the coach is someone who want to coach you to be a good dentist, but maybe they are not really great in dentistry. They have never been successful in dentistry, but they're really good in coaching. That's how they make their money from coaching. I would find someone who's very successful in what you want to become. Let's say you want to be the best implant surgeon. So then you find a really good implant surgeon, very successful. Hopefully try to approach them for mentorship. Pay them whatever they want. Say, look, okay, can I spend a day with you or 2 days with you? I just want to get your ideas of how to start my journey. I will pay you whatever you want. It might be cheaper than $6,000 a year. It might cost you $10,000 or whatever, but the value you'll get from a mentor is huge. And maybe they might give you access to their information for free. Sometimes they might invite you to come in their practice, spend the day with you, charge you a little bit, and maybe in the future you want to contact them, you can call them and ask them questions. So mentorship, I believe, is more valuable than coaching. Second, clinical psychologists, if they are well trained in coaching, they could be the best coach because they will custom make something just tailored for you. They are trained to unleash a lot of things that's hindering you from success, and they know how to professionally deal with them. And they might be also a good coach to coach you in the right direction. But of course, you have to be cautious if you don't want this to be in your record somehow. If you want to engage a clinical psychologist as a coach, make it very clear if they are comfortable to be your coach, not your psychologist, because any your records can affect your insurance, it can affect other things as well, that you have to be very, very cautious before you start this journey. And of course, there are good coaches there. It's just, I want to be very careful of not falling into those patterns, and if you go to those free webinars or really cheap loss leading campaign day seminars, go with an open mind, go and understand the patterns, the things you are going to use to get to sign up. If you go there with awareness and you know exactly what they're doing, maybe you can make a better decision before you sign up. Thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot to me. And if you want to hear more about my videos, please subscribe to my channel so you can get notified when more videos are released. Thank you very much.